Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you important update from South Sudan. In this video, we will talk about deadly violence linked to cattle raid, a tragic accident that killed mourner during heavy rain, and a high-level political meeting that has raised many questions. Before we proceed, please, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Please make sure you share the video, like, comment. Well, let's begin our report with violence and cattle raid. Let us begin with the situation in Terekeka and Mundere East. According to this report, authorities in Terekeka County say they are trying to track down a group of army youths. These young men are believed to be behind recent cattle raid and violent attacks. Over the past week, the situation has become very serious. In this report, at least 22 civilians have lost their life in the greater Mundere areas. These are not just numbers, these are families, parents, and children whose lives have been cut short. According to local officials in Mandare, the violence started because of repeated cattle raid. According to the information, army headers from Terekeka are accused of crossing into neighboring areas and taking cattle by force. In response, local youth in Mandare organized themselves and carried out revenge attack. This has created a dangerous cycle. One side attack, the other side retaliates, and innocent civilians suffer the most. Let's look at the government response. The commissioner of Terekeka, by the name Emmanuel Lokulodu, has spoken about the situation. He stated that the government is taking action to recover stolen cattle, track down those responsible, and bring the violence under control. He is also calling. He called the attacker criminals element, not representative of the community. According to him, the government is working at both the state and country level to restore peace. He also asked people to remain calm during this difficult time. Authorities from both Terekeka and Mundere East are trying to work together. However, cooperation has not been easy. The Mundere East commissioner is said to be deeply affected by the attacks. Because of this, communication between the two sides has sometimes been difficult. But despite this, leaders say they must continue working together. They agree on one important point: criminals on both sides must be held accountable. They look at the bigger problem. Cattle raids are not new in South Sudan. You guys know that. For many communities, cattle are wealth, cattle are food, and also cattle are part of culture. But when young people take up guns and raid cattle, it turned into deadly conflict. Without strong law enforcement and dialogue, this situation continues to repeat. Let us take a moment to think how many lives must be lost before lasting peace is achieved in South Sudan. What can leaders do differently to protect civilians? These are important questions for everyone. Let us move on. This is a breaking report: a tragic accident in Kajukeji. At least 9 people have died in a terrible accident caused by heavy rain. Among the victims were 8 women and 1 child. What happened? The victims were traveling in a funeral convoy. They were on their way from Juba to attend burial arrangement in a place called Bori Buma. But tragedy struck at a bridge near an airstrip. The bridge was flooded due to heavy rain. As the vehicle tried to cross, a strong water current swept it away. The vehicle, a Toyota Land Cruiser, could not resist the force of the water. According to this report, there were survivors. 5 people survived the accident, but the loss of 9 lives has left the community in deep sorrow. This was a journey meant to honor the dead, but it ended in more tragedy. Let's look at the dangerous road. The bridge where this happened is known as an Irish bridge. This type of bridge is low to the ground, easily covered by water during rain. During the rainy season, many such crossings become extremely dangerous. This tragedy also highlights a big issue. Across many parts of South Sudan, roads are not safe, bridges are weak or temporary, and maintenance is limited. Since independence in 2011, infrastructure development has been slow. Whenever rain comes, a road becomes muddy and impassable. Communities become cut off, and travel becomes a risk. Residents have been raising concern for years. They are asking for strong bridge, better road, and safer transport system. They want change, especially during the rainy season when accidents increase. But the government is not saying anything. This raises an important question. How many lives must be lost before safer roads are built? This is not just about transport. It is about protecting human life. Let's look at the political development in Juba. Now let us turn into politics. A major development has taken place in Juba. President Salva Kiir Mayardit has finally met with Vice President Taban Gai. This meeting is important because it comes after a long period of tension. Just a day before the meeting, Taban said something surprising. He claimed that he had been unable to meet the president for almost a year. Taban Gai also said his requests for meeting were blocked, even travel approved were delayed. This raised many concern among the public. How can a vice president fail to meet the president? On Wednesday, the two leaders finally meet. The discussion focused mainly in infrastructure development. They talk about road construction project challenges, slowing down progress, way to improve implementation. So, Taban Gai presented update on several road projects, including Pagak to Maiwut, Paluch area road, Juba to Yei, and some areas like Kaya road, Juba to Lubonok road in Maridi, Wow to Raja road. These roads are important because they connect region and support economic growth. Another key issue raised was agriculture. Taban Gai suggested reviving the agriculture bank. He believed this could help farmer access loan, increase food production, reduce inflation. President Salva Kiir Mayardit emphasized that infrastructure is very important. And he said road help connect people, road support the economy, road improve service delivery. He also instructed the vice president to work closely with other institutions. Despite the meeting, a question remained. Taban earlier statement showed possible tension within the government. This gave a glimpse into challenge at the top level. South Sudan political system is complex. The country currently has 5 vice presidents under the peace agreement. There is also a long-standing rivalry between President Salva Kiir Mayardit and Dr. Machar. Dr. Machar has been under house arrest for about a year and faced serious charges. This situation continued to shape politics in the country. Before we move on, please help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.